I'm home. Hello everybody, I'm back at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. My home. And this is the Sometimes Vlog. I don't want to be too loud. There's a lot of people taking pictures and videos right here. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. A vlog, a video blog. I really don't like the word vlog, but it's just part of it now. It's just part of the thing you have to say.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Speaking of vlogs.
You almost pushed me off over the edge there.
Adam the Woo.
You always yell in my ear very loudly.
Well, that time I tried to contain it slightly because there was one day where I was doing the vlog.
It was about a year ago.
Screamed in your ear, and you were mad at me for about 6 months.
That was actually mad at me the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
You were
fancy meeting you here.
A million miles away from here.
Well, not that far. 20 miles away,
well,
but.
Yeah.
In LA time, 20 miles is about 3 hours.
Yeah, we measure distance in time here.
Actually, I'm wearing shorts because my pants are completely...
Look at this. Look at the difference here. You got feet, sandals, and I got the shoes.
That's because
shorts,
my jeans,
pants,
sweater, jeans that I was wearing this morning are completely
hot,
filthy, and full of mud. So I had to take a shower.
Why did you fill your jeans with mud?
No, they weren't filled.
On the outside.
Exteriorly filled.
On the outside. I thought
mud.
You were talking about filling up.
It feels good to be clean.
Inside of your pants.
My hat actually got dirty too, so I'm not wearing my hat.
I thought you meant something different when you said you filled your jeans with mud.
Quote unquote mud.
Think about that one for a second. Look at this, Adam. A spike on the floor. A brass spike. People say it's golden.
Does that have some sort of significance?
It does
not
have any significance.
Jinx, you can't talk the rest of the vlog unless someone says your name 3 times. Justin Scar, Justin Scar, Justin Scar.
Oh my God. Look at this band here. Normally these guys rock and roll and Mary Poppins will come out with Bert and they'll sing a little song, but right now they're just cheering up all the residents of Fantasyland. I returned from my travels.
I've actually never watched these guys perform before.
Oh, well, you should, because they're
Are they going to play another song?
Well, they probably will after they're done talking to everyone.
So is this a specific Fantasyland vlog? Are you going to talk about how Fantasyland is closing certain rides this month and reopening them?
I'll probably mostly talk about Indians, Cherokees, Navajos.
Oh, he gave you the drum roll.
He did, because my joke was pretty
The joke was not that great. The punchline was not that funny.
You know what's a great punchline?
What's that? The movie with Tom Hanks and what was the other? Sally Field.
There you go.
And when I think of Sally Field, the last thing I think of really is a comedian. However, she did pretty good in that movie. Does anyone remember that Tom Hanks movie punchline? The answer is no. No, they do not. I threw everybody off with that
Joe versus the Volcano either.
That was a good movie
We can't even talk about that.
Who was the co-star in that?
Who, and what, in Joe the Volcano?
Joe versus the Volcano.
Joe the Volcano.
No. Who was the female co-star? The female cohort love interest in Joe?
Sean Connery.
Versus Yash!
They are going to close Peter Pan very, very soon. I hope you've ridden that so far, since you've been out here.
I have not ridden it in the last 10 days since I've been out here.
I'm going to ride Peter Pan very soon.
And very interesting about Peter Pan, it always has at least a 40-minute wait. Even at rope drop and even at close,
even when it's
always
raining.
a 40. Why is that compared to the other 15-minute waits on all the other Fantasyland?
Well, there's actually one reason Mr. Toad and Peter Pan are way longer wait times than the other two.
You can only get 2 people per car.
Exactly. Bam. In 1983, they expanded those ride cars so you could fit more people, and they've never done that to these. So who knows if they're going to do that?
You know what? But for the
60th, they're going to change the inside of the rides. So you better get your fill.
Actually, over here, Snow White Scary Adventures. That was actually down for a week, and I rode it the other day, and I did not notice any new fangled things
I think it was just broken.
Oh, they had a tarp up around it. A themed tarp from the inside.
What?
You could not even look in. They were disguising. I thought they were doing something new.
Something was wrong though a couple weeks ago.
Then I rode it.
As I was riding it, it kept breaking down. Oh, did you notice something new? Was there something new?
I didn't notice anything new. But speaking of rides that have been breaking down, I've tried going on Pinocchio 3 times. Every time I'm in line, the ride breaks down.
Yeah, they're up for...
So is something going on with that side of Fantasyland?
They may have been taking slightly less care of them because they know they're going to revamp all of the dark rides for the 60th
at some point
anniversary this summer. So July 17th
I'm getting really close to that balloon.
Is the 60th anniversary of the dedication of Disneyland. Not technically opening day, because opening day was the 18th. It was the first time you could buy tickets as a member of the public and come to Disneyland. People always...
Are you going to buy tickets for the anniversary?
No.
You're not?
No.
I should
I
buy
have an
me a
annual,
ticket.
annual
I should
pass.
buy my. How
You're
much
gonna
do you
buy
think
a ticket on top of having your annual
it's
pass.
a historical occasion. You got to document it with a paper ticket. Don't you want to have that in your Disneyland Momento book?
I'll tell you this.
You showed me that no one's ever seen the secret Disneyland Memento book.
There's a lot of photos in there. I don't want people to see.
How do you spell memento? That's a very
M-O-M-E-N-T-O.
word. It's kind of like chrysanthemum.
I like your Star Wars shirt, sir. It's a very good shirt. I have one of those myself. I wear it sometimes to bed. Okay. Ooh,
Looks like the Matterhorn,
here we go.
The Matterhorn is down.
The Matterhorn is also being refurbished and revamped for the 60th anniversary, supposedly.
So it doesn't matter because it will reopen
It'll be back on the
at
horn.
some point on the horn.
Supposedly for the 60th
We
anniversary.
should coin that
next
phrase.
Christmas.
Is this on the horn?
They used to stick a giant star on top of the Matterhorn every Christmas, and supposedly for the 60th anniversary, it will return. Look at this. Look at this. I love this about Disneyland, that every time they close something, they put up these plaques with different historical information, showing all kinds of different little secrets. Look at the guts of that. Look at the guts of the Matterhorn. The Matterhorn opened in 1958, but it's changed a lot over the years. They filled in a lot of the old holes, especially because the Skyway used to go right through the Matterhorn. The interior of the Matterhorn used to just be, you used to really just see this when you rode through it in the early years. But over time, they made it look more rocky and ice caves. They added the snow monsters in there. So the Matterhorn has a pretty long and extensive history of being upgraded. They upgraded it recently. There was a problem with the ride vehicle. I'm not supposed to know that. No one's supposed to know that. Some kind of little problem with the ride vehicles when they changed them. And now they're replacing them and fixing it so the Matterhorn will be up to full speed again. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
So you're
This
telling
is
me
the star
this
right
used
here.
to actually be up here?
Yeah.
Was the Santa Claus a permanent fixture, or was that just something that was up for one day? Was that actually a live
Well,
Santa Claus?
I think every time they stuck it up there, they'd get Santa Claus out there so that it would look more interesting than just being a plain crane.
What you don't realize, even though today is not Monday, Jeff Heinbach on his Instagram always posts Matterhorn Monday, even though 9 times out of 10 he's
not
at
here.
work
Yeah.
and he's not here. This is the
He keeps
the
posting
one.
pictures probably from Thursday on Monday.
But this could have been Matterhorn Monday, and this
he screwed up.
might not have been the real Santa Claus from the South
It was
Pole or
probably
the North
Mr.
Pole.
Matterhorn.
I don't know why I said South Pole. The North Pole. That actually might be Jeff Heinbach?
Jeff Heinbach? Well, he was probably not alive then. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's Jeff Heinbach Sr.
It doesn't have a year date stamp on that.
Oh,
that
that's
could
true.
be yesterday, because we don't know what's behind this wall. As
No.
far as you know, even though you showed
It's
it
probably
a
Jeff
minute
Heinbach's
ago.
bathroom.
Wait a second. Oh, no, never mind. I thought maybe that was Jeff Heinbach urinating in a shower or in
He's
the
never going
ocean.
to let it go.
I'm not the only one. You were talking about it in your
True.
vlog the other
It's
day.
true. If you don't know who Jeff Heinbach is, he's a writer. He was a writer
He's
for
a
My
self-proclaimed
Chat,
Disney
self-proclaimed
aficionado.
Disney yeah, exactly. He wrote a book called Main Street Windows. He writes articles on
I need to get a copy of that book, Heinbach.
It's a pretty good book.
Here's the deal.
You don't want to pay for it, though.
If I stop talking about how Jeff Heinbach, who in my opinion has urinated, I say that very lightly, urinated in a pool or the ocean or the shower, if I stop talking about it in your vlogs or sometimes vlogs, Jeff Heinbach, if you give me a copy of your Main Street Windows book, I will stop mentioning that from now
I
on.
won't. Tyler,
As far as you know,
Tyler
I will stop doing
Evans,
that.
Jeff Heinbach and I were sitting around having a fireside chat one night, a night before one of the Live Fast Die Poor podcasts, I think a couple nights before Christmas, and he said something about having never tinkled in the ocean, a pool, or the shower ever in his whole life, including childhood. That's why we can't let it go. Sorry for bringing it back up, but
All right,
it's Adam's duty.
Let's drop that subject.
Okay, we'll drop it.
Because the reason I wanted to reroute you to go back over this way is because I
uh-huh.
think we should show people what's going on over at It's a Small World.
Oh.
Because I think they've actually taken down the decorations
Yes.
from, what is it,
Christmas.
Small World Holiday?
Small World Holiday.
Small World
Christmas
Holiday.
decorations.
And I think it's back
Look at
to
Baymax.
normal.
I love the Baymax balloons. You haven't seen Big Hero 6 yet,
I
have you?
have not seen, but I heard it's very,
It
very
is
good.
a very good movie.
There's
I really
an
liked
interesting
it.
secret of us got to see a little bit of the goodness of the creating of
That's
that movie.
true. I forgot about that.
In a vlog that no longer exists.
We
In
visited
the heavens.
the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank.
What was that, a few months ago?
I
right?
don't
3 or
think
4
we
months
filmed
ago?
in the animation building. They wouldn't let us. take pictures in the animation building, but we got to visit the animation building and see all the fine work
It was
being
pretty
done on
awesome.
Big Hero
And
6.
the thing that was cool, in that top floor where they were working on it, they actually decorated the entire top floor just like they did in the movie.
They also had a cereal
Give the
bar in there.
ambiance. And coffee. I had
Heck,
coffee.
You had Disney animator
Disney.
coffee.
I felt
I did
very
not have
important for
coffee.
the first time in my life.
Every time I drink coffee, I
very
feel like I'm going to explode.
I just had some coffee a minute ago.
Ugh.
As we just now got here to the park, I had some coffee, consumed it, then you started the vlog. That's why I'm so hyped up at the moment.
I'm not hyped up. I'm on the opposite track. I journeyed all the way home 2 nights ago. It was a long, long drive.
Do you know what this is called real quick? See this right here? See that broom that he is using?
I would
For
think
all you
that's
out
called
there-
a broom.
No. Do you know what that is called? That maroon broom that he is using is
Jeff.
not. It's not called a broom. It's called a dust mop. I'm serious.
Oh,
Ask
you
him
know what?
that's
That's actually really,
It's called
that
a
sounds
dust
familiar.
mop. That is the most genius invention. Do you know what this is actually called? It's not a broom. Do you know
Dust
what
text.
It's called a dust mop, right?
We call it dust text.
Dust text.
I knew it was called dust something.
That's the
greatest
official
invention ever.
Imagineering term.
This is awesome. Saves you time and effort of sweeping. So there, we've learned something new. Dust text.
Dust
All right.
text.
Dust text.
All one word?
Awesome.
Yes.
Hashtag.
Thank you, Doug.
Hashtag.
Dust text.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
We've learned something new. See, I was
Yeah,
partially
see?
right.
So I schlepped well,
Slept well.
got up, knew I had to come back here. Adam came all the way from Malibu State Park.
Yes.
Now we're hanging around, we're doing nothing. You
MASH
can see
this
what
morning.
we're doing. 'Cause we're
I
doing
have been up since
We're learning
4
about dust
a.m.
text.
4 a.m. I woke up this morning.
You're insane.
I've had a full day. Now I want to get some popcorn with you.
I was
maybe
just gonna
a
say,
beverage.
I have spent a long time away from home in Anaheim, about 6 or 7 days, and there's one thing I missed more than any other thing.
Oh,
It wasn't you.
I love you too,
It
buddy.
wasn't you.
Oh, not me?
It was Disneyland popcorn. The smell of popcorn. You get right next to the old abandoned ticket booth. There's a Randomland about that. Go search up Randomland. Disneyland ticket booth.
This is where I'm going to buy my 60th anniversary
right here.
Disney ticket.
Right here. Excuse me. Oh, look at that. Is there a sock in there? Or a glove?
No, it's a glove. Here's my ticket. Look, there's my ticket right there. Look next to it.
Oh, that is a ticket. And a glove.
Now you do know.
Somebody put their ticket and their glove in the abandoned ticket booth. Why?
I don't know. But the reason I brought you over here was to show you the small world. So we
that's
should
right.
get a
We should
little,
go.
a little
Oh,
quick,
they're still working on it.
little
Look
quick
at this.
long section of that.
They're still playing the Christmas music from the speakers, but as you can see, the scaffolding is up and the Christmas decorations are coming down. So it's official. Does that make it officially springtime? Even though it won't be officially springtime for several months?
Still a while. When does spring officially start?
March.
It's when the groundhog doesn't see a shadow, right?
Yeah, on March 2nd.
Is that how it works?
I think that's how it works.
Isn't that Punxsutawney Phil? Didn't Punxsutawney Phil like get injured because like the one guy picked him up and it slithered out of his hand?
How come every
and,
time
like,
we hang out
smashed into the
together,
ground?
all the references are 80s movies, just constantly?
Does anyone remember that viral video of like the guy who was like, I don't remember what political
I remember
figure.
that.
He
Yeah,
held,
yeah,
he was holding him up and it slithered out
Yeah.
and then it smashed in the ground and sadly it ended up
I forgot
passing
about
away.
that. Really?
Yes, it was a major upheaval and a viral
I didn't know that. The guy
lawsuit.
killed the groundhog?
Very
so,
sad.
So the answer to your original question then on when it's officially spring is never. Because the groundhog is dead.
Here's an interesting question about the movie Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Bill Murray cannot die because he keeps driving over that cliff with the groundhog and he's sitting behind the wheel. The groundhog looks like he's driving, so Bill Murray's here, groundhog's here. Bill Murray comes back every day. Did the groundhog die each day? Or does the groundhog vicariously
Well, the
get
groundhog dies each day, but he keeps restarting every day. So
because
the
he's
groundhog-
hanging out with Bill Murray?
Yeah.
As long as you're in that bubble, the Bill Murray
As long
bubble.
as you're in the Bill Murray bubble. I feel like in real life, as long as you're in the Bill Murray bubble, you'll never die either.
I really want to meet Bill Murray.
Ghostbusters has never died.
That's very true. It is coming back in a way that almost makes me want to die because it's going to be revamped in a new possible way. I really do not know how I feel about Ghostbusters.
So far,
Four,
everyone,
Ghostbusters 5.
everyone's being very, very excited about it because
course
they
they
like Ghostbusters. But I don't think they're thinking it through because when you read all of the details, it's
Very
very early
interesting.
spoilers. It seems
There's
very...
no Bill Murray going to be there.
No.
Dan Aykroyd going to be in it?
Dan Aykroyd will find his way in
He'll
it.
find his way.
Yeah, he finds his way into it.
Kind of like he was in Caddyshack 2.
Kind of like
Which,
yeah.
Caddyshack 1, greatest movie ever made. Caddyshack 2, Not the greatest movie ever made.
No.
That's what they
My
say.
grandma owned a copy.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, my grandma owned a copy of Caddyshack 2 on VHS, Cocoon,
Good
Legends
movie.
of the Fall, and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. So I
Two
watched
of those movies are good.
Right. So Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, great.
Great movie. Cocoon. Wilford Brimley's pretty
Legends
good.
of the Fall is an okay movie in its own way, completely different way. Caddyshack 2,
Not so good.
she thought it was hilarious. We watched that movie.
Did she ever see the
over-
first one?
I don't know.
I think if you watch Caddyshack 2 without seeing the first one, you'd probably find it humorous.
Probably don't even need to see Caddyshack 1.
You don't need to.
It's so good. As long as you've never seen Caddyshack
There's no
1,
one in line for the
there's no
popcorn.
basis of
So we're doing
comparison.
the popcorn thing?
So we're gonna do some popcorn. I'm gonna let them go because they don't want to. They've seen us in the
We
treat.
should
Go to
end on
Adam
the
the Woo's.
popcorn. Oh
Go
wait,
to Adam
end
the
on
Woo's.
these.
Well, go to Adam the Woo's 5 Disneyland treat video, and you can see us scarfing on popcorn. So
Very
because you're gonna
true.
miss that now.
Adam
so
the Woo.
might want to see
Main
it.
channel. I
Live
uploaded
fast,
a
time
new main
poor.
channel yesterday on my
Oh, what
Adam
was
the Woo
it?
channel. I have 2 channels, the Adam the Woo channel and the Daily Woo, which
right.
is similar to the
Two
Sometimes
YouTube
vlog that
channels.
they're watching now. And the Adam the Woo channel is similar to the Live Fast Die Poor channel that you have. There's 4 channels.
You're
that
still
are
not
happening.
telling us what you did.
What did I
Oh,
do?
you went in a tunnel.
Tunnels up north of LA.
Abandoned tunnels.
nuclear tunnels.
Nuclear.
I'm getting. That smells really good.
It does smell really good. So we're gonna have to
All
go. LiveFastDiePoor.spreadshirt.com, AdamTheWoo.com. See you on Instagram. Bye bye.
See ya.